I'm Ian Wordsworth and I'm 65 years old. I was admitted to hospital with a serious infection of my heart valve known as endocarditis, which is life-threatening. I was put on a drip and I was actually on that drip for 4 weeks. One of the drugs that I was being given was a very strong antibiotic called Gentamicin. I started to feel nauseous, I started to feel giddy. A lot of the time I didn't want to eat. I was very concerned about what was happening to me and arranged a meeting with a consultant and the matron of the hospital who assured me that now I had stopped taking the antibiotics, the effects would wear off. But in fact, the week after I was discharged, I was still falling at home. I found myself feeling permanently seasick. I couldn't just do ordinary household things like make a cup of tea or have a shower because I was falling over or burning myself, all sorts of things like this. And it was my GP who told me that it was almost certainly the antibiotic gentamicin that had caused this problem and that the damage it had done was irreversible. Properly prescribed, gentamicin is a life-saving drug, but it needs careful management. In my case, I was overdosed. We came to realise that I would have to take some sort of legal action as I'd lost my ability to earn and support my family. I was recommended to Pearson Solicitors because they had expertise in this area, and it was suggested I contact a man called John Pollitt. In hindsight, this was the best move I'd made. John handled my case throughout with a degree of professionalism and empathy that I never expected from a solicitor. And he kept me involved all the way through. I was never left in the dark about what was going on. Thanks to John's experience and his persistence, the NHS Trust concerned eventually made a settlement in my favour, admitting their negligence. A settlement was made to compensate me for my loss of earnings and for the lifestyle changes I had to make to keep going. People often ask me, what difference has a compensation made? But the real question should be, how would we have survived without it? My advice to anybody is, if you think you've got something arising from the misuse of this antibiotic, to get in touch with Pearson's, and in my experience, they'll give you the best advice possible.